Since God is a good and a loving God who cares about human well-being, being created in the image of God means that we human beings also have a nature to express, a good and a loving nature that cares about human well-being. And the good news is that this nature is available for expression wherever we find ourselves, whether we are at home, at work, in school, in our marriages, we still have the God nature available to us to express. There are other competing images that can compete with the expression of the God image. They do not want to see the expression of the good and loving God image that we have. That includes our personality. Our personality is our consistent way of thinking, feeling, and behaving. And it is usually a function of our upbringing. So, and genes, our genes and upbringing. So, by your socialization, how you are brought up by family, by your school system, by religion, how you are brought up by the media, by peers or colleagues, by culture, traditions, and so on, you have a certain mindset that gives you a certain consistent manner of thinking, feeling, and behaving. That's your personality. Now, we also have gender competing with the expression of our God image. So we can say that, well, this is how men behave. That's why I behave this way in my marriage. This is how women behave. That's why I behave in this manner in my marriage. But what we need to understand is that the God image existed before all other images. So the God image existed before an upbringing or personality. So before there was family to raise you up, an environment to program you, for a school system, the media, and so on, or a cultural system, traditional system to raise you up, but to give you a mindset. The human being was created in the image of God. So the God image existed before your personality or your upbringing. So you cannot make excuses for your personality and talk about the fact that because you are a choleric, you are a sanguine, you are melancholic, you are phlegmatic, and that's why you behave the way you do. Whatever behavior you exhibit must be consistent with your God nature, which is the highest image that a human being needs to express. So your God image or the expression of your God nature overrides the expression of your personality. Similarly, your God image preceded or existed before your gender. The Bible talks about the fact that God created a human being as male and female in his image. So the male is created in the image of God, the female is created in the image of God. Therefore, you cannot talk about the fact that you are a female and therefore all you do is to express your image as a female. You're supposed to express yourself as a female created in the image of God. You cannot talk about the fact that you are a man and this is how men behave. No, you express yourself as a man created in the image of God. All the time, the God image varies the expression of all other images. Now, why do I make a lot of case for the expression of the God image? It is because I like to relate human activities to human well-being. I believe that human well-being is the greatest human need and pursuit. So if you are talking about money, I relate money to human well-being, as money is required to promote human well-being, human mental, emotional, physical well-being. When I'm talking about religion or God or Jesus, I want to relate these discussions to the promotion of human well-being. So I talk about God being a good and a loving God who cares about human well-being. I believe that most human activities, whether we know it or not, are geared towards promoting or ensuring human well-being. If we are doing marriage, I believe that people do marriage because they want to improve their well-being. So if I want to recommend an expression of an image, a character or behavior that will not be a threat to human well-being, but that will promote and ensure human well-being. And you have gender with its imperfections, and we have personality with its imperfections, and we have the God image, which is absolute and perfect, a good and loving God image that is absolute and perfect. I will always recommend the expression of the good and loving God image over the expression of any other image.